Rise and shine.
All right. Some unfamiliar faces in the studio, right?
Really?
We haven't seen them before?
Haven't seen them before.
Yeah. So, new faces here in the studio. I'm just joking. We have some familiar faces who've been around Rise and Shine a lot. A couple of people who are here a lot as well. Too much. No.
We
right
do
now,
have a call online as
okay,
well.
yeah.
Wait. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
do you know the people who are next to us? By the way, who is this calling? And can we have your name and where are you from?
I'm Nirvan from Kurunagala.
Nirvan, all right. Do you know the people next to us? You've seen them, right?
Actually, I don't know who
Oops. Oops.
I was nervous to hear his answer.
I know, very nervous. And anyways,
Yeah.
Niran, thank you so much for calling. And we welcome our guest this morning. It's going to be a very entertaining session with Hirushi and Mario. Good morning to both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Yes,
Same
and
here.
yeah, it's a new it's a new experience for me to be sitting here while you interview
Exactly,
me.
because it's usually like both a person this side or
What?
Definitely,
you're pretty used to sitting on this side of the
Definitely.
whole setup.
Yes, but I'm super honored though because being an in-house talent, being a part of the Rise and Shine family, and altogether being able to put up something like this along with Mario Aya is like I think a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Right,
All
so Mario, you started off with the piano, but you've got the guitar with you as well.
Yeah.
So what can we expect all
We
throughout
can
the day?
expect a lot of music today.
A lot of entertainment today. So a lot of genres too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And you will be performing a duet as well.
Yeah.
So, well, let's go back in time for some of them who just called in and said they don't know. So we'll just kind of give them a highlight as to who you are and for how long you guys have been together performing and all that. So why don't you take us through the journey, Mario?
Yeah, starting off, I mean, like, I'm really, familiar with the people in Rise and Shine. So Hirushi always was there in Rise and Shine too. But the history goes back in time. Like, we were in school days, we got to know each other, and we started doing music and stuff. It was quite great because we always, believed in doing some creative work which has quality, in it, but which is pretty much lacking nowadays. So I'm happy that we are getting the room in Rupawahini Corporation and Channel I that we can actually express our thoughts and our talents in such a way, so that still that childhood vibe is still there, right?
It's
Hirushi?
still there, it's
Yeah,
still there.
still there. So we are
You're
happy
still
to
kids,
rock.
right?
Definitely. I think we're all kids on the inside. I think basically that's what it is. Like, you have to always have that kid in you.
You
Yeah.
have the child in you
Yeah,
anyways.
Definitely.
yeah, definitely.
Now, Hirushi, of course, now, like you said, you had the privilege, and of course, you have been presenting with some extraordinary talent early in the morning. But apart from that morning show, what have you been up to?
Well, I mean, besides admiring amazing
Amazing.
presenters.
Fantastic. Any positive adjective will do.
Yes, actually, apart from being part of the Rise and Shine family and being in the media career, I think I'm also doing music on the side, kind of almost getting into it like full time, just kind of experimenting on my end as well. And also I am studying for my master's in business administration.
Yeah.
So,
Also, any
yeah.
new songs that have been released recently? Or?
Yes, in total of, I mean, I had a couple of releases coming up as well. And for this year, I did a collaboration with Ranidu and Killer B. It was basically I was featuring in that. It was a production by Red Fox Entertainment. And some of my own tracks are also coming up, perhaps hoping to release one end of this year. And
Alright.
a couple next year as well.
A lot in the pipeline.
Definitely, definitely.
So shall we have a performance now?
Yeah.
Yes, so what do we... Yes, we're
Yeah,
actually
this
singing
song
a beautiful
actually,
song.
it was sung by Milton Malvarachisa and Angelina Kudlika madam. But there was a small incident back then, okay, and my father was like asked to like revoice it. So it's called Yauvana Uyaneni Piyum Tatake. So I just
a
want to like
beautiful song,
clear
yeah.
off first of all before going into the song because I have a history for this song, so I can sing it.
Yeah, okay. It's a lovely song.
Okay, cool.
And we miss them very
Yeah.
dearly.
So let's have your rendition.
Yes.
යෞවන උයනේ පියුම් තටාකේ වල් පැහේ ඔබ පැහේ
යවන හොයනේ පියම් තටාකේ බිඟුවල් පැහේ මා ඔබ පැහේ
අක්කා ඉගිලම පෙන්නව පෙන්සිකි හඬවලා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
අත්හැරී කෙලෙමු පෙන්නව පින්සිත් හඬවලා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
හේ 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 හේ
හේ හේ හේ හේ
අරෙන් සඳෙන් අසා
සිතුම් පෙතුම් වලින් සිතුවසා
දේවාසනා
දේවාසනා රනින්
රන්මලින්
පිදු
ආදරේ
රජ අසුන්
පිදු
ආදරේ
යවන උයනේ පියුම් තටාකේ බිඟුවැල් පෑහේ මා ඔබ පෑහේ
යවන උයනේ පියුම් තටාකේ බිඟුවැල් පෑහේ මා ඔබ පෑහේ
අත්හැර ඉගිලෙමු පෙම් ලොව පෙම් සිතින් සැසනා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
අත්හැර ඉගෙනමු පෙම්ලව පෙම්සිත් හඬවලා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
හේ හේ හේ
දෙවල් මෙදින් දිවයිමි
අලුත් හැඟුම් තුලින් පිළිගමි
දේවාසනා
දේවාසනා රනින්
ඉරන්මලින්
පිදු
ආදරේ ඉරජුන්
රණහසුන්
පිදු
ආදරේ යවන උයනේ පියුම් තටාකේ බිඟුවැල් පෑහේ මා ඔබ පෑහේ
යවන උයනේ පියුම් තටාකේ බිඟුවැල් පෑහේ මා ඔබ පෑහේ
අත්හැර ඉගිලෙමු පෙම්ලව පෙම් සිතින් සැනසෙනා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
අත්හැර ඉගෙනමු පෙම්ලව පෙම්සිත් හඬවලා මින් පසු අපි යමු රටකට පෙම් හඳ පායනා
හේ හේ හේ
Thank you so much for that
Thank
beautiful
you.
performance.
Welcome.
And how about singing early in the morning?
Oh,
do
my
you
goodness
do you do your voice training and all that before you come in?
Well, we did rehearse like one time, but it's definitely a challenge to sing early morning because I think we're biologically predispositioned to not articulate well. But it's a good way to start off the day, though, to kind of open up your vocal cords. And I think every artist should have adapt that habit. Unfortunately, I don't have it.
The vocal
But
training exercises,
yes,
right?
I'm hoping to nurture it more and more. yeah.
Okay, so although you did give that advice, you need to follow that too. Yes. Right.
Now, these days, Hirushi told me about what's on the
Yeah.
pipeline for her. Mario, what about you?
Yeah,
Any plans for an
I,
album, couple of songs?
Yes, actually, the thing is, my way of doing music is totally different from usual people. Okay, no offense, Hirushi.
It's
I mean, like,
alright.
I'm
So how do
saying,
you do
because
that?
everyone
None
is
taken,
like
none
very
taken.
different. Everyone is very different when it comes to understanding a field or maybe like giving it out the way you can. So, what I feel is like music is kind of like overflowing in the world, right? Everybody's doing so many alternative music, and we have come to a stage that people cannot be satisfied through the music, the same music that we actually usually give. Like, if you make a song today and they would like listen to it for a moment and okay, that's a good song, and then just move their heads and listen to another one and another one. It just goes on like that because everyone is creating music out there. So it's kind of like where my life comes in. You need to actually make a new track. Like, you cannot pour water into the pot. Like, if it's small, you cannot continuously pour water, right? It will overflow.
I mean, you could.
The
but
fear, no, it will overflow. Music is like that. You have to create a new pot to put the water in. So it's like that. So my way of like doing music is like, you need to open up the human mind into a new aspect. So I started off doing some kind of a song which is related to sports. So the purpose of doing it is to actually make way for the upcoming champions in Sri Lanka, because everybody is promoting all the people who are actually famous and all the people who are popular and who has money and everything, but not the people who don't have money and who's not popular, right? It's always like that. So like,
So
people like
you're trying to bring them into the
exactly.
limelight.
I mean, like there are a lot of champions in Sri Lanka. I'm happy that I actually did the first shoot with the swimmers, Hatim and Nawashi. They hold records, amazing records for swimming in Sri Lanka. Hatim, we have the a future person to actually break the record of Michael Phelps in the future. So we are happy to have those people, and I think music needs to make way for people like that. So it's a total new way of looking at music in a different style of way. You don't have to make just movies of 2 hours. Make a song for 3 minutes
with a message.
With a message, which is quite like a movie. It's like that.
So you produce and all the songs by yourself and everything, right?
Yeah, I actually write and do my own music.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether the people accept it or not, as long as I'm happy with what I'm doing. Yeah.
It's
for your satisfaction.
So it's art for you.
Definitely.
All right, talking about art, we'll head for the next song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for something.
More Western?
Yeah, okay, fine. We'll go
A little more Western.
A little more Western, okay.
Okay, I love this song. Can you get my guitar?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Bryan Adams, I love this guy.
Here I am, this is me. There is nowhere else on earth I'd rather be. Here I am, just me and you. Tonight we will make our dreams come true. It's a new world, it's a new start. It's alive with the beating of young hearts. It's a new day, it's a new plan. I've been waiting for you. Here I am. Here we are, we've just begun. And after all this time, my time has come. Here we are, still going strong. Right here in the place where we belong. Yeah, it's a new world, it's a new start. It's alive with the beating of young hearts. It's a new day, it's a new plan. I've been waiting for you. Here I am. Here I am, this is me. There is nowhere else on earth I'd rather be. Here I am, just me and you. Tonight we will make our dreams come true. It's a new world, it's a new start. It's alive with the beating of your hearts. It's a new day, it's a new plan. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. Here I am.
Thank you for that,
Thank
Bryan
you.
Adams
Thank you so
track.
much, guys.
So we had something Western, and Hirushi, you did mention a few songs you've released and what's on the pipeline and all that. So any Western tracks too?
Yes, I'm actually, well, I am thinking of one. So I've been doing a couple of Western tracks back in the day when probably I was covering it, but I actually have one track that's one of my originals called No Temptation that was released in the year 2015, I think. Yeah, it was 2015. I had the short hair and everything. But yes, with
You call it long now?
Oh, well, I know. It's very slow. It's growth. I'm wondering why. Anyways, yeah, so actually we had a song called Mal Mal Basante, which is also kind of, it has a Western vibe, but it's obviously a Sri Lankan song. However, we are hoping to make a remake of it as well. we're hoping to make a remake of that as well.
Thank you for reminding me that. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. I mean, I've also been caught up with so many other tracks, and I kept like, I just mentioned it here and there, like, let's do it because it's a beautiful song. It's very positive. It has this optimistic vibe. You feel like grabbing everyone and like going on the road, like with a parade and
I
dancing.
think also, like talking about the positive note, you guys also are involved in a lot of charities, you both, right?
Yes, I'm individually involved in certain
Actually,
things
she
as well.
started it those days, right? I mean, like stepping stones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm actually inspired by her, like
Thank
when
you.
it comes to charity
Thank
and
you.
stuff.
For me, it's like mostly like more than giving materialistic things. It's about actually educating so they can make a permanent, long-term solution for certain problems. I think that's where I'm more focused on. So currently, I'm working as a coordinator for She Decides movement, and I'm also doing stepping stones on the side. And I started it with my best friend Duini. She's unfortunately in the States. We're far away, oceans apart. So every time she's here in the country, we do a project together. But other than that, content creation is where I'm focusing on.
Lovely. So we'll have another performance from you, Hirushi.
Yes.
This
is also going to be a duet.
Yeah. Actually, this song is also, like Hirushi said earlier, it was a big hit back in the days. The movie called Rosa Vasante. So my father and Hirosha Virajini sang it. My father is Croatian, Ananda, by the way.
You mentioned it right now.
For the people who do not know me.
It's called Niluan Sandal.
Okay, good.
Right,
All
so
right,
this will be the final
before
performance.
we head on to that song, we have to
do
say
our
goodbye.
part, saying goodbye
Bye.
to our viewers. And also, thank you so much, Mario. Thank you, Hirushi, for being a part of the show.
Being here. Yeah.
Yes, they've been here from early in the morning practicing because it's on a short-term notice.
I take this opportunity to thank Hirushi, Aki, and Sunanda Madam, and everyone in Rise and Shine.
Thank you, Dulanjali, as well.
Yeah.
For everything.
We love you all. Okay, so great day. Thank you so much.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and thank you for entertaining us. And we're going to wind up with one of your performances. And take care. Have a splendid weekend.
Niluan Sandale Malyan Turule
Manbigan ni telli Pindamin ni killi
Sene Hasasala
Luve sarasala Sihinaya kamal pipila
Salenada tolagano salenada hane Malvarai malbarasine
Dilina tuwagano dilina sahari Nagakaray malsarayahane
Sisilas ubay
Unisumabay
Sisilas ubay
Unisumabay Hingumayron pirila
Niluan Sandale Malyan Turule
Manbigan ni talli Pindamin ni killi
Sene Hasasala
Luve sarasala Sihinaya kamal pipila Siravalate wana sito bilita hari Sita saray adamang de pavani
ඔබට නතු වුණ හද ඔබ සෙවනේ හිමිවයි මද හසදාරේ
Madanala ubay
හද විලදිලේ
Madanala ubay
හද විලදිලේ
Petumal pipila
නිලනුවන් සැඳ